What's up guys, hope you're doing great. This is your boy Kobe Shots, and in today's video I'm going to show you step by step how I use my base LUTs that I practically use for almost every music video that I shoot nowadays, including my short films. I'm going to go through the steps with you in Premiere Pro, how I apply it, how I tweak the colors, and basically how the end results look like. And I realize that you guys love it so much, and so this is for you. Let's get right into it. Alright, so the first step that I always take is to ensure that my footage is actually on the timeline, and once it's on the timeline I pick the hero shot, and the hero shot right here is the very first beginning frame of the footage. Alright, so this is what you see. Alright, make sure that you have a hero shot that will encourage you to push the colors better. So with a very warm smile from my model, that's where we're going to start. All right, so once that is set, I select an adjustment layer, create a whole new one over here, and drag it all the way over my footage. All right, cool. So once that's done, I practically hold Alt and click on the left mouse button and drag up to duplicate the adjustment layer, just to ensure that I have another clean slate if I need to make minor or some further adjustments to the colors. Right, so still active on the first adjustment layer, I'm gonna apply my LUT. So let's go find the LUT that I've shared down the description below, and you can also apply it to your footage. So with the color tab selected, I'm gonna go down to creative. All right, then to browse, and after downloading the LUT, you locate where it is. All right, so mine is over here on desktop, so cinematic film for movies, cinematic film LUT for movies. All right, so that's what I'm going to select. Then once that's selected, you notice that the base LUT is applied. You have to ensure that your lighting is always great, because it will ensure that the skin tones come out properly. All right, because we're using Premiere Pro to color grade, and we might not have so much intuitive features to work around. All right, so with my shot, I also ensure that my lighting is just right. Okay, so that's how you're looking. Looks good so far, and now we're going to go on to the minor tweaks and the manual tweaking to bring it to life. All right, so the first thing that I do is that once the adjustment layer has the LUT applied, I'm going to now work on the footage itself. So with the footage activated, we're going to open up some highlights because it looks too dark. All right, so with the highlights open, then the whites. All right, good. So I think we are on for a good start. I'm going to push in the blacks so that we can make the highlights pop up more with more contrast. All right, cool. You're looking good so far, because looking at when it used to be like this to this, this to this. All right, so that's a great start. Then we are going to move on to the shadows. All right, I'm going to push in the shadows just a little bit, then push in contrast just slightly like that. Okay, so with the temperature, I feel like the warmth is just right, just that I want to push the temperature to the blues a little bit to accentuate what she's wearing. So if you notice that there's too much warmth in the overall look, and it's also affecting what she's wearing. All right, so I'm going to push it to the left. Beautiful. And you realize that it also affects the background with the tone. All right, so the tint or the temperature has been pushed towards to the blues, which wouldn't be very ideal. So I'm gonna push it back into the yellows just a little bit. Cool. Then we're gonna skip all the way, because I just want to ensure that the blue still pops up. All right, so I'm gonna select the color pick or the eyedropper tool look alike. Then once that's selected, it picks up where the color information is over here. So the hue and saturation over here versus saturation, I'm going to push it upwards to make it more conspicuous, so you realize that the blue is very vibrant. All right, beautiful. Then equally, I'm going to select the yellow area, right there over there at the lamp area. I'm going to push the yellows upwards like so. All right, so let's check before and after, see how far we've come. Before and after. Beautiful. All right, now we're gonna go all the way back to whites to bring in more light and see how you're doing. Don't overdo it because you're going to blow out the exposure. That's not what we are looking for, unless probably that's the effect you're going for. But ideally, I'm going to ensure that I have, you know, equity in both sides, the highlights and the shadows. All right, so that's about that. Cool. So let's try and check out the temperature once that we've pushed in the warmth. So I think, yeah, perfect. Cool. So look at something. All right, you notice that the blues are standing out, the yellow area is also standing out like so. So what I'm going to add on to what we've already made over here is that I'm going to add, you know, some shadows, some midtones and highlights. I'm going to, you know, augment it a little bit. So with the shadows, I'm going to push in some blues, just a tiny bit. Cool. Then in the midtones, I'm going to push in some warmth back towards the red. Yes, just like so, so that the overall tone with the shadows actually picks up on the blues. All right, and with the highlights, I'm going to turn it back to the reds just a tiny bit. You can always play around to find where it's suitable, but I realize that it affects my skin tone way too much. The LUT is basically meant for skin tones that are well lit. That's why I said from the beginning that you have to ensure that your subject is well lit, your environment is well lit. So with this, I'm gonna push it towards the reds just a tiny bit, and I think we are looking very good. I think I love this. I really love how it looks so far. So let's check out again the before and the after, before and after, and I'm basically happy with what I am seeing right now. So basically that's how I apply the cinematic movie LUT that I shared a while ago. Check it out down in the description below where you can find it, and I can assure you that you're going to love how it turns out. You can go step by step, going back to this particular video, how I apply it, and you can also have wonderful looking footages just like I always do. With the skin tone, I think it lacks a bit of magenta, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the hue versus hue, and with the eyedropper tool or the color picker, I'm going to select the skin area and push it towards the magenta, not too much of course, so just a little bit. Cool. And I have introduced a bit of red into the skin tone, and basically I think I'm satisfied with the overall look now. So thank you very much for watching this video to the very end. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the post notification button. And down in the description below is where you can find this beautiful Base LUT. Enjoy. Thanks once again, and I'm gonna catch you later in the next video. Have a wonderful day. See ya.